Hey, good morning, guys. It's Donald and Mary, and we're here to bring you your morning weather, water, and trail chatter report. And so this morning, Mary's going to start with the weather and water, and then after we have some rescues and other hiker news going on around the world. It is July 31st at 5:17ish a.m. All right, take it away.
Thank you, Donald. Good morning, everyone. Right now in Blairsville, it is 72 degrees and we do have showers in the area. Today, it's going to be a high of 85 and rain this morning with a possibility of scattered thunderstorms for the afternoon. Winds will be light and variable and the chance of rain is 80%. Tonight, 67, mostly cloudy skies during the evening and areas of fog developing after midnight. Winds are going to be light and variable. Blood Mountain today, 78 degrees for a high, falling to 73 this afternoon. There is patchy fog and a slight chance of rain before 9 a.m., then showers and thunderstorms. We will have some partial sunshine, 5-mile-per-hour winds with a 60% chance of rain. And then tonight, 67 with a chance of showers and thunderstorms before 9 p.m. Partly cloudy with 5-mile-per-hour winds and a 50% chance of rain. All right, so water. Water is good on the trail for the most part. Make sure as you're hiking north, you top off at Hawk Mountain Shelter. You have 6.2 miles of no water until you get to Justice Creek, where you will definitely be able to get water. Slaughter Creek has had a little bit of water. This is before you climb Blood Mountain, so that's your last chance. So make sure you top off along the way so you don't have to climb Blood with no water. Hogpen Gap water source is dry, but Georgia's good for the most part. North Carolina is decent. Once you get past Burningtown Gap, it is a little bit drier through at least the NOC up to almost the Fontana Dam area. Snakes. It's that time of year for snakes. Watch for snakes across the trails, logs, stumps, rocks. They're out sunning themselves, and we always want to be cautious. Also, make sure before you pick up anything off the ground, you're checking. Sometimes they camouflage really well, and you don't want to be grabbing a snake by accident. Cow Rock, 5 miles north of Neal Gap, has that nest of copperheads in the boulders. Be cautious there. Great Smoky Mountain National Park, bears, and actually all areas, but right now, Great Smoky Mountains, all of the shelters are open. Campsites that are closed are 23 and 96. Warnings, Charlie's Bunyan. There are no warnings for campsites or anything like that. Everywhere, let's remember to leave no trace, proper storage of our food, and things like toothpaste, sunblock, anything that has an odor to it, lip balm. And let's remember to have proper disposal of our trash. If we brought it in, let's bring it out. Let's leave it all safe and enjoyable for creatures of the woods and everybody else. All right, Donald, I'm turning it over to you now. Got some other stuff going on out here today and in the last several days. So I'm going to give this to you.
All right, beautiful, man. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Let's see what we have going on today. All right, guys. So let's see. All right, so let's start in Reno, Nevada. A hiker had to be rescued after suffering a medical emergency overnight. The Reno Fire Department says 3 people went hiking in the area of Coughlin Ranch around sunset Monday. The group set off from Pine Bluff Trail, but one suffered a medical emergency at around 11 p.m. Their exact location was difficult to determine due to the darkness and a lack of landmarks. Once the hikers were found, crews hiked in about 3 miles and carried them back to safety. They returned at around 2 a.m. Tuesday. No injuries were reported, but the hiker suffering the medical event was taken to the hospital. No further information.
I just want to put in here, it sounded like perhaps with the lack of being able to find them quick enough, sounds like they weren't carrying like an emergency,
Yeah,
like a
Garmin or
So
something. Sure.
they might have located them even quicker if they had. That's my speculation, but it seems.
No, you're correct, dude. Satellite emergency SOS locators or Garmin InReaches. That's what you need out here.
That's right.
All right, and so let's move on to Aspen, Colorado, between Maroon, Bells, Crater Lake. Hiker with a knee injury alerted the Pitkin County Regional Emergency Dispatch Center with an SOS text message Tuesday afternoon, according to the Pitkin Alert. Mountain Rescue Aspen took the lead with volunteers who hiked to the patient. The injured hiker was then driven to Aspen Valley Health. Mountain Rescue Aspen and the Pitkin County Sheriff's Office would like to remind all hikers to hike smart and encourage those venturing into the backcountry to review these tips from the National Park Service. Know your limits. What is my experience level? How much weight can I carry? Am I physically fit for this hike? Have I hiked this type of environment? Am I able to hike in higher elevations? Can I hike alone? Plan your hike. Pick right trail. Leave a trip plan. Have an emergency plan. Have a way to communicate. Your cell phone is not a light source, not a map, not a survival kit, not always going to be have reception. Be weather ready. Have a plan B, food, water, overnight gear just in case, stove and fuel. Hike smart. So definitely you got to plan your hike, and this is completely hits the nail right on the head, man, because your cell phone is not a light. You definitely need to have a map, or at least know the area. Have a compass, man. Have a paper map. Have all trails or Far Out or whatever app. You gotta have this stuff all planned out, and you gotta know your limitations too, man. And when you reach that limitation, be the smart one and know when to turn back. It's not worth it. It's not worth to push that extra when you can't. All right, so missing hiker, Hamilton, Montana. A search is underway for a missing hiker in Bitterroot National Forest, according to Ravalli County Sheriff Steve Holton. Officials say Clayton Clark, 35 of Pinesdale, was reported missing Monday after not returning from a hiking trip in Tin Cup area. Clark is 5 foot 7 inches with brown hair and blue eyes and weighs 207 pounds. Officials say Clark was hiking with his dog, a black lab retriever, and could be seen with a rust-colored backpack. His plan was to hike west of Tin Cup and then north to Como Lake. Anyone with information as to Clark's location that might have seen evidence of him in the area is asked to contact Lieutenant Todd Poppy at Ravalli County Sheriff's Office, 406-375-4060. All right, let's move back into California, or if we haven't been there yet, we're going there. So this is another rescue. This is Winters, Cali. A group of hikers had to be rescued from a trail near Lake Berryessa on Wednesday, according to the Vacaville Fire District. I could be tearing all that stuff up, man. I apologize. Crews were called to the halfway point of Cold Canyon Trail and Stebbins Cold Canyon Reserve around 12:45 p.m. for the report of a collapsed hiker at the halfway point of the trail, officials said. A 21-year-old woman was found unconscious but breathing. It's believed she was suffering from heat stroke. The person was in serious condition and was transported to the hospital, Code 3 said Phil Jones, Division Chief for the Vacaville Fire Protection District. However, she was not the only person in the group feeling the effects of the heat. A total of 7 people were suffering from heat-related issues on trail. All 7 were airlifted off the trail down to the trailhead for medical evaluation. The unconscious woman was taken to the hospital for treatment. The 6 others declined transport to the hospital. The fire district said the 7 patients were part of a group of 45 U.S. Air Force personnel on hike. The district gets a lot of calls to the trail and in summer respond to the area almost weekly. Hikers are urged to bring plenty of water and wear appropriate clothing to complete the strenuous hike. Most of the trails listed in Stebbins Cold Canyon Reserve are rated as difficult with large elevation gains and little shade.
I happened to look up the weather
Yeah.
temperatures in that area, and it's at least 90 degrees, and with, large elevation and little shade.
Yeah, and
That's a
sun
lot
just
for
beating
everybody.
down on you, man. And so the feel like is probably over 100, man. Plus you're out there just cooking in the sun. That's what you're literally doing, just cooking out there, man. And I think that people, when they, like, these are Air Force people, they've probably gone through boot camp and stuff, man, but they probably also, who knows what they were doing or thinking. But I think a lot of people get this, like, this way of thinking going on, that they're invincible, and I'm this and I'm that, and I can do this. I did it at boot camp. I'm powerful. I'm better than, I can do it. I'm not. You know what I mean, man? And it's not just. I'm not just pointing at military. I'm just pointing at people in general. Hikers do it. Everyone does it. Mountaineers, whatever, man. Whatever we're doing, we always get this. I can't. Where people just think they can do it and push on because they've done it before. And I don't care who you are. We're all built the same, meaning we all bleed, we all breathe, and the sun is, you're not going to reflect the sun. You're not going to deflect the heat, man. You're not. You know what I mean, man? When it's hot, you need to know your limitations and say, this is done, and just turn around and go back, because it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it.
And I think, again, too, I've mentioned this before, but this talking about the trails, most of them are rated as difficult with
A
the
strenuous
large
hike,
elevation,
yeah.
strenuous, and a little bit of shade. Brings me back to, once again, no matter where you are, whether it's the desert, the ocean area, the high mountains, the regular mountains, just because we see something, maybe online, people have posted, or we're looking for places to go. Oh, look at that place, it's gorgeous, I want to
Right.
go there. Well, not everybody should be going there right away, because we all have our different experiences. If you're a very novice hiker, and especially if you're coming out of flatland, you're not going to climb a 14,000
That's
foot
right.
mountain just because John and Jane over there are doing it.
That's right.
Who knows their experience? So we only need to start off with our experience level and proceed from there. Just because it looks like a gorgeous hike doesn't mean we should be doing it.
That's right,
We
dude.
need
That's
to take
right.
those precautions. And I believe on social media, when we see so much postings of all these places, you don't see the struggle to get
That's right.
there. You just see what's at the very end. So you're uninformed.
Yeah,
You need to pay
most
attention
definitely.
to the signs that say closed, don't hike here, strenuous, moderate, easy. And I think there'd be a lot less need for a lot of these rescues and people dying and putting themselves in danger if they look at what the whole thing entails, instead of just taking a piece of it and going, oh, I want pictures of this place today.
That's right, dude. And that's exactly what is going on. And it's really out of control. That's all I can say about it, really, man. It's unfortunate, but yeah, definitely rescues are happening more and more. It's increasing, the litter, just the complete disrespect for nature. It's out of control, man. Anyways, I want to move on over here, man. And yesterday we were talking about a kid that a 17-year-old teenager that fell through the thermal crust, or at the thermal, what are these things called? Up in Yellowstone, the thermal area at Yellowstone Park, man. A kid broke through the thin crust and was burned by the
Right.
water, man. And there's a boardwalk over that, and the park tells people not to leave that boardwalk for a reason. They haven't actually said what this kid was doing, man. They didn't say whether he's off trail or not. They're still investigating. But, I mean, obviously he was probably off trail if he's falling through the thin crust.
Right.
Excuse me. And so that stuff right there, man, this is just another example of how people ignore and disrespect the rules and regulations at any state park. If they say don't do it, don't do it. You know what I mean, man? Just don't do it. And there's a reason why, and this is one of the reasons why. So he, I guess he's got some bad burns and stuff, man. Yeah. So that's just another example of disrespecting nature, man. Mother Nature can be brutal, man. You know what I mean, dude? Brutal.
And Mother Nature will win in the end.
And she may be beautiful. She may paint beautiful pictures for you guys, man, but certainly she can be mean too, man, and brutal if you disrespect her. And so, next I want to move on to the Arkansas Devil's Den double homicide. They have located the dude, man. He is in custody, and they are doing whatever they have to do to figure out why. I mean, I guess he was a school teacher, from what I understand. I've read a little bit and watched a few news clippings, but I'm going to wait for it for them to get a full story before we actually talk about it. But they definitely found him, or located him, captured, and he is in custody, so we do not have to worry about this dude anymore. Yeah, definitely, bro, definitely. It's really hot out right now, guys. It is really hot out, so make sure that you stay hydrated. We're not going to tell anyone not to hike, because if you can come out here and hike, do it, man. But be aware that it's super hot. Stay hydrated. Don't overhydrate. The bears they're bad out here right now. I don't normally tell people to carry a bear canister, but I almost would carry. I mean, I would probably carry one out here, man, if I were gonna come out here right now in Georgia and hike. I got another dude up on the BMT, and he was a couple miles before Fontana, so between like Topoco and Fontana, he got lost. And so he texted me last night and didn't know how to get back to the trail, or excuse me, he had lost the blazes to the trail. He did locate the blazes again, man, but it's definitely, he sent me some pics and stuff, and it's definitely grown over. There's no maintenance being done over there. It needs some maintenance. The BMT is definitely not, it's not traveled often, so it's just starting to get noticed, and some people on it hiking. I think this is how it works. I think the BMT is maintained by the AT maintainers, so they really need some assistance for trail maintainers. And if anyone has any time, I'm going to donate some of our time. I'm going to call a couple numbers that I have. We can't travel up to Tennessee because it's just too far, man, but we can work down here in the North Carolina, Georgia section. And we're definitely going to donate some of our time. So if anyone else has some time to donate, this is a form of trail magic. This would be the biggest form of trail magic. Screw the trail feeding, screw everything else, man. The trail needs to be healthy for us to continue to use it, and so we need people to step up and start maybe volunteering some time to keep the trail safe and passable, man. And that would be the greatest form of trail magic. If someone has time, please. I posted a post from someone else. I reposted it from Marlene Simpson. She gave some numbers and what needs to be done out here. I believe there's 4 shelters that need to be built and worked on, man, from the Helene. There's tons of places, not even from Helene. It's just there's a lot of places on trail that need work because there's not enough people out here doing it, man. So if you do have time, please give a call to your local AT group and give some time up. The Benton Mackay definitely needs some love, man. If someone out there has some time, it'd be great if you volunteered it to assist, man.
That's right. I think this is a good example of giving back to the trail and not always taking, to the point where if we continue to take and not give back in any manner,
Mm-hmm.
it's going to not be there anymore.
That's
and nobody will be
right.
able to enjoy it. So, let's do some trail magic and take care of the trail.
Yes, most definitely, man. And so I'm gonna do one more thing here. Hiker killed in Yosemite Sequoia Grove by falling tree branch. It looks like a young 29-year-old woman was fatally struck by a tree limb while hiking through the grove of the Sequoia trees in Yosemite National Park. Angela Lynn was hit by a wayward branch on July 19th, according to the Tuolumne County Sheriff's Office. Lynn, who grew up in Los Angeles County, worked as a software engineer for Google, according to news reports and social media posts. A sheriff's deputy responded to Tuolumne Grove shortly after 6 p.m. to take possession of body and help with the investigation. Autopsy results show her death was accidental, resulting from blunt injuries, the sheriff's office said. A National Park Service spokesman said the incident was under investigation but did not provide any additional details. The incident occurred about a mile from the parking lot in Tuolumne Grove. Lynn's partner, David Hua, told the news outlet that they heard a loud cracking sound from above before a tree limb fell onto her. She was knocked to the ground and never regained consciousness. Oh, Widowmakers, man.
And those trees are monstrous too. So
know, dude.
those branches.
I wonder how far it fell from, man.
Wow.
Yeah. Called 911 and performed CPR on her until a park ranger arrived. An ambulance arrived shortly after, but paramedics did not take her. Hua said that she died at the scene of the accident, surrounded by the giant sequoias that line the hiking trail. Lynn lived in Mountain View, attended the University of Texas at Austin, grew up in Los Angeles County, according to the memorial page set up at her funeral services. Tuolumne Grove is home to about 24 mature giant sequoias and is a popular destination in the park. The area was temporarily closed after the incident, park officials said. Historically, Yosemite National Park has seen few fatal incidents every year. In September, the body of a 61-year-old hiker was found in the park after he did not return from a solo hike around Ostrander Lake, about 30 miles south of Tuolumne Grove. On July 24th, a 20-year-old woman died when she lost her footing at the cable suspension system on Half Dome and fell about 200 feet. Half Dome is about 18 miles to Tuolumne Grove. Well, that was that chick that...
Yeah, hiking with their father.
Yeah. Yeah. In March, an unidentified woman was found wounded inside a facility at the park. Officials did not provide any details at the time surrounding her identity, and she later died at a Fresno hospital.
Wow.
So sad. So sad. So sad. Yeah. All right. So today it's going to be a slow day. It's definitely hot here. There's not really much going on. I mean, we've got a few people on trail, getting some calls. We did have a call for next year already, so we've got one scheduled, right? One
That's
scheduled
right,
so
that's
far,
right.
man, for next year's through hike season, man. So super cool. The calls are starting to come in. I'm gonna guess that we're gonna get some more calls here, man. It's just probably in the next month or two, the calls will start coming in. We'll start filling slots, man.
Most
So
definitely. I wanted to mention the weather recently, again, because of the high temperatures. The rider that I scheduled yesterday that's coming back in 3 weeks from Nashville, he's telling me that right now they're 100 degrees plus out there. He says it's just brutally hot. So,
super
it's
hot.
not just here, it's
Oh, it's
all
everywhere.
around us, so.
It's everywhere, man. We're getting a heat wave, man. It's definitely getting hotter, guys, and it's just it's the change in the weather, man. It's just how it is.
Let's all be careful.
All right. Do you have anything else you'd like to say?
No, I'm good, thank you.
All right, beautiful guys. If anyone needs anything at all, give Mary and I a call. We're here for you. One love, peace.